Boro may have just pulled off one of the most eye-catching signings in the Championship this summer, as they've confirmed the loan signing of the Norwegian Wonderkid Sverre Nypan. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And, well, one of the worst kept secrets on Teesside has finally been let out the bag, and that is that Boro have completed the loan signing of Sverre Nypan from Manchester City, and this is certainly one of the most exciting signings I think the club could have made. One of the most highly rated upcoming youngsters in all of Europe, dubbed the next Martin Odegaard, dubbed one of the best players in his position in the world for his age. Boro have managed to get him on loan for a season, which is quite the pull by the club. It really is. This is certainly one that has got the pulses racing amongst Boro fans on Teesside. This is what was said on the website. Sverre Nypan joins the Boro. Norwegian rising star Sverre Nypan has joined the club on a season-long loan. The highly rated teenage midfielder arrives on Teesside just 1 month after being snapped up by Manchester City, of course, as they signed him from Rosenborg for £12.5 million. The 18-year-old signed a 5-year contract with the Premier League giants and was recently named one of the best players in the world for his age by a British newspaper. A Norwegian youth international at all levels, Sverre started his career with Rosenborg and has scored 14 goals in 70 appearances. He met fans for the first time at the Riverside on Monday when he signed autographs at the club's annual open training session. He is the 5th signing of the summer, following Alfie Jones, Callum Britton, Abdoulaye Kante and Sontier Janssen. Now, before we take a look at this deal, how it came to be, it's safe to say this is a very exciting signing. And Boro have picked up, I think, as I say, one of the best young players in his position in probably Europe at the moment. Now, we have to firstly temper expectations just because he's 18. He still is very young, and he still is yet to kick a ball in English football, which of course is much different and much tougher than most of the other European leagues. So there will still be a bedding-in period. There still will be time he will need to get used to the Championship, the physical side of it. Obviously, as I say once again, he is only 18, but you still can't not look at this signing and be incredibly excited. I mean, the potential of this kid is off the charts. You don't sign for Manchester City at just 18 for £12.5 million if you've not got something pretty exciting about you. And as I say, he, at only 18, had already made 70 senior appearances for Rosenborg. He scored 14 goals, 11 assists from central midfield. He made his debut for them at only 15 years old. As I said, dubbed the next Martin Odegaard, who was another player who come through at a really young age and signed for a top club as a teenager when he went to Real Madrid. So yeah, for Boro to pull this one, it's quite brilliant. And Dom Shaw from the Northern Echo did say, according to Sverre's father, Boro beat 7 or 8 clubs to his signature. It feels like a big one. It feels like a really big one, a real exciting pull for the Boro. Now, this was what was said on the Gazette from Craig Johns. Middlesbrough have basically, of course, as we know, signed the midfielder on loan. He does go into detail as to how this happened, and apparently we used good relations with Manchester City to secure the eye-catching loan deal of midfield starlet Sverre Nypan. The 18-year-old joins Boro, as we know, after signing for City for £12.5 million. He then says Boro spent time scouting Nypan last season before realising they were too late, as Premier League and top European clubs caught on to his potential. So it's good to see we're scouting in the right place. The Premier League clubs just got there first, as you'd probably expect. But with Boro and City having long-standing good relations in recent years, which are believed to stem from Neil Bowser's friendship with the City Group's Durham-born managing director of global football, Brian Marwood, Boro were able to convince the Premier League side to send Nypan on loan to Teesside for a year. So big up to Neil Bowser and his lovely teeth. Despite being just 18, Nypan has already made 70 appearances, as we alluded to, for Rosenborg after rising through youth ranks. An attack-minded midfielder, Nypan looks robust for his age and can also play further up the pitch, having a grown reputation for arriving in and around the box to score. Upon signing Nypan last month, the City Director of Football, Hugo Viana, did say Sverre is an exciting young player that the club have been monitoring for quite some time. We feel that he already has numerous standout qualities, but at only 18 years of age, he is only going to continue to improve. We believe he is an important asset, or will be an important asset for City in recent years to come, and we will support him in every step of the way in his development. Craig finishes by saying that, of course, he will be Boro's 5th signing of the summer and is another versatile player that Boro have signed, with Rob Edwards not yet ruling out switching formations if necessary. So, yeah, this is a big one. This is an exciting one. A very exciting young midfielder who has bolstered Boro's squad. Now, I don't think there is any chance in hell we'll be seeing him for more than just this year. I mean, when City spend this much money on you, they want you in their team for the future. They'll have incredibly high hopes for him, and he could be a player who we might see in 4, 5, 6 years' time, starting for City, winning titles, playing in Europe, and probably being one of the best young talents in the world. So we will have definitely got him at the beginning of his journey, but we might be looking back in a few years' time and saying, wow, Sverre Nypan played in Boro red and made his English debut in a Boro shirt. We might be about to see a superstar in the making at the club here. So it's very, very exciting. The only worry amongst Boro fans, which is an absolutely understandable one, is this in any way linked to Hayden Hackney, who I think is very similar to Nypan in where he plays, what he offers. You know, could be an 8, could be a 10, arrives late in the box as an attacking-minded centre midfielder. There is similarities there. Could this mean maybe Hayden Hackney could be moving on? Is this Boro putting a contingency plan in place if Hayden Hackney moves on? I don't think this means for sure he's leaving, because there's been no links to suggest that he will. Ipswich apparently have came back in, but I can't see that happening in a month of Sundays. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think if Hayden Hackney's going to go anywhere, it's the Premier League. But I also do think there's still a very strong chance a Premier League club will come in very late in the window and snap up Hayden Hackney from Boro. So if that's the case, this could be the club preparing for that outcome. And if they do, they've probably found a decent replacement for him, because I think we've all said you can't sign permanently a replacement for Hayden Hackney. You just can't. Unless Boro had £30 million to spend themselves, I don't think you can actually replace Hayden Hackney in the Championship permanently. Could you do it via a loan? Possibly. Could this be it? Possibly. So, you know, my gut still says yes, Hayden Hackney will be gone by the end of the window. But if there is a possibility that Hayden Hackney stays and we have him, Morris, Nypan, Kante in midfield, yikes. That is a pretty impressive midfield for Boro. So we'll see if this does have any knock-on effect to the future of Hayden Hackney, or maybe it's just Boro preparing for that potential outcome. And if so, that's absolutely fine. It's very good preparation for Boro if that is to happen. And you could say the same for another player we've been linked with, who of course is Melinda from Charlotte FC. There's probably going to be a video to come for that this week. It looks like Boro have potentially made another signing at centre-half, and it's one of the most in-demand centre-halves from the MLS. I don't recall what his first name is, you'll have to forgive me, but Melinda from Charlotte FC. Apparently Boro have signed him for £6 million plus add-ons, which is quite crazy. He is going to go back to Charlotte on loan, we believe, until the end of their MLS season, and he will be able to register as a Boro player in January going forward. So it looks like Boro are also potentially future-proofing their centre-back position as well, with, of course, the likelihood of Luke Ayling moving on at the end of the season, not getting any younger. We don't know what might happen with Darragh Lenihan. Of course, he's not getting any younger and is also struggling with fitness as well. Adilson Malanda, that is the one from Charlotte FC. A very exciting French centre-back at only 23. Boro have spent upwards of £6 million plus add-ons on him. So that could be another signing coming our way in the next couple of days. So Boro are certainly making moves, certainly splashing the cash. We'll see what happens with still 2 weeks to go. this window has certainly gone up a gear. It certainly has gotten very, very exciting from a Boro point of view. We just have to hope we keep bringing bodies in. We need a left wing back. We need a striker. And we also need to somehow keep hold of Hayden Hackney. We'll see if any of them things come true over the next few weeks. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this signing. It's a very, very exciting one. I can't wait to see him in Boro red. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And let me know your thoughts below. And I'll see you all in the next one.